Good morning, everyone. This is Karen. Welcome to the Morning Hook. This is your Monday, July 6th edition. I'm very excited to be here. I hope everybody in the US had a great 4th of July. I know we did, although we had fireworks going until 3:30 in the morning. So I'm still trying to play catch up with my sleep. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about the problem with crocheting as a designer. And one of those things is when you think you know what you want a project to do and you work on it for several hours and then it's just not right. So I wanted to show you, kept showing you this yarn that I was going to start working on. This is Electric Blue by Chaos Fiber Arts, Fiber Co. It's not Fiber Arts, Chaos Fiber Co. And I was going to make this into a shawl, and it's not doing what I want it to do. The wingspan is great, and the pattern's great, but it's not the yarn for what this is going to be. So I am going to be frogging this. So one of the things, oh, I just saw Linda popped in. Good morning, Linda. I'm so glad you're here. I know I'm early. One of the things I want to talk about, though, is that a lot of times as a crochet designer, one of the things that seems to happen over and over again is that you think something is going to turn out the way you want it to be. Now, because this colorway, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's called Electric Blue for a reason. It's got these tonality things going on in there that make the color. Sometimes it looks purple, sometimes it looks blue, sometimes it looks like the stitches are glowing. And that's about as close as I can get to the glowing. When I look at it up close, the stitches glow really well. And I thought, oh, this would make a great shawl. But it's telling me in a lot of words that it does not want to be a shawl. So no matter what I do with it, I've tried several different patterns and it's just not working. So I am going to be ripping this out today. And I think this is going to be a top. I think it's going to be I have two hanks of this colorway. This is the first one. I've already used a bit, of the first color just for this much of the shawl, and it's just not right. So it's going to come out, but I think it's going to be like a tank top or something along those lines with a more closed stitch. I think that's what my problem is. For me, it feels like this pattern needs to not have so many holes. I started with double crochet. I was going to do some lace work with it. I have another skein of yarn that might work better for what I was thinking with this. So I'm going to frog it. So anybody out there, I wanted to just mention before I move on into anything else is on Mondays, I'm going to start at 7:30 and then the rest of the week will be 8. The reason being is I completely forgot that on Mondays, I have an 8 a.m. appointment on Zoom, and I need to be there for that. So I'm going to start at 7:30 on Mondays. So I might be a little crunched for time and a little kind of discombobulated, but that's what's going to happen going forward. Anyway, so does anybody have an example of something that they have done picked a yarn for and started the project in about, a third to a halfway into the project, they realized this is not going to work. So if you have one, put it in the chat, or if you're watching after the fact, make sure you put it in the comments because I would love to hear about your experiences on that. For me, it happens almost every project is where I'll start with, it may still end up being, so for example, a shawl. It may still end up being a shawl, but my first inclination for what I wanted that shawl to look like may not happen. There's a lot of shawls that I've done, especially if you look at my book, Garden Shawls. Every single shawl in there, it came out the first time. It just happened. It worked. And it was great. But then there's shawls like this one that's like, okay, this is not the right colorway for it. or the yarn is just a little too thick. Um, I know Linda, who's here watching, I know she had a yarn that she was making a hat out of, and then she didn't like it because it was too, I can't remember, it was too scratchy, wasn't it, Linda? And she turned it into a chicken, a stuffed chicken. So, I mean, things like that happen. You think this yarn is going to be perfect for something, and then it's not. So, if you've got something, let me know. Other than that, I've spent quite a few hours on this. I probably put in about 5 hours ripping things out, starting over, and then crocheting again. Um, and then I thought I was on a roll here, and then it's just the stitches just sometimes you have to get the piece big enough to do the stitches that you think you want, and then you start to see when the problem is. Yes, too scratchy, but the chicken's great. There you go. So Linda's yep, there you go, Linda. I thought it was a hat. I couldn't remember if it was a hat or not, but that's the part I couldn't remember. But anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at with this project. I've had many projects go down this road. The cool thing is, and you'll see this on Wednesday, is that the blanket I was working on, I am caught up with the yarn. The July yarn is arriving today, according to UPS or USPS. Sorry, United Postal Service. Um, so I'm excited because then I'll have that to work on tonight. I want to get that caught up before I go to Memphis next week. I'm really excited about that. I've got so much to do, but at night this week, I've been trying to um, work on something that is not work related at the moment because I've got so much going on with travel this summer that I'm trying to always have something in the evening, even though this was work related. Um, I try to have something that's a little not work related to work on in the evening. Okay, Linda just put yes, it was a hat with cabled owls. That's right. I remember the owls now. That's right. It was a hat only with cabled owls. So anyway, so that's pretty much excuse me. My allergies this morning have been I don't know if it's from all the fireworks or what, but I have been sneezing and coughing since Saturday, so, I'm not sick, it's just all that itchy stuff, so, anyway. So, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, for this morning, that's all I really had to bring today. Tomorrow I have more to talk about, I have more time tomorrow between this live stream and whatever happens next tomorrow morning. So I'll have more to chat about, but I do promise that I would be here every Monday through Friday. So I am going to do that. And one thing I will mention is that in next week when I'm gone, I'll be gone for 3 days next week of the week. So I will have some pre-recorded video for you. I have some ideas of what they'll be. So I'm going to start recording those this week. But I hope you have a great Monday. I know Mondays sometimes have a great start, and some Mondays are like you're still dragging. And this morning I'm dragging. So I'm going to sign off. For if you are watching after the fact, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're new here, you do that too. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when I go live and when I drop a new video. So stay tuned for some new video coming. But I will be live tomorrow at 8 a.m. I will talk to you later. Have a great Monday. Bye, y'all.